Yes, people, welcome back to another video, and the subject of this video is, of course, the main transfer topic of the last 24 hours surrounding our club and other clubs, I suppose it's fair to say, is Jude Bellingham. Obviously, the saga is kicking off. Where is Jude Bellingham going to go? I want all of you to get down below in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on Jude Bellingham. Would you like him at Manchester City? Do you think we can attain him? Can we get him? And what do you think about the prices tipped that it would cost to get Jude Bellingham at the club? Now, of course, in the last 24 hours, all the big Liverpool journalists, they have come out and said, Liverpool fans, it ain't happening. He ain't going to LFC. And the Liverpool fans, they feel let down. And I think they have every right to feel let down because they've been told for 18 odd months, don't you worry, Liverpool fans, we are getting Jude Bellingham. And they knew the price, they knew what it would cost, they knew it was going to be in the region of 120 to 130 million. They went in with an £84 million bid, and Dortmund said, Nah, it ain't happening. That you know the price. Don't come in with that cheeky offer. That's not how much it'll cost to get this boy. And then Liverpool go, no, we can't afford him. You know, we have to go and get 2 and 3 other midfielders because that's what we need. And you know what? As painful as it is for Liverpool fans to take, I think it's the right decision. I think it is absolutely the right decision. Getting just Jude Bellingham and blowing your whole transfer budget on Bellingham when you actually need 2 and 3 midfielders and whatever else in the squad to get even back to challenging. I think it's the right decision from the club. So fair play FSG and hard luck to the LFC fans. I think between you and Bellingham, it's done now. But listen, we are now, Manchester City are reportedly the favourites to get Jude Bellingham. I've got about 3 or 4 tweets to read out that have come out this afternoon regarding us and Jude Bellingham. Obviously, as we are the main club, ourselves in Real Madrid, I'll read them out. I'll give you my thoughts. You give yours. Leave a like on the video. Do subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let's have a good conversation, shall we? Right, so the first tweet that came out today that kind of caught everyone's attention was from Rodrigo Fez via Rob Dawson at ESPN. Now, this Rodrigo Fez, excuse my Spanish pronunciation isn't the best. Supposedly, he is quite credible in the world of Real Madrid journalism. He came out and said, Man City lead the race for Jude Bellingham with Erling Haaland and Jack Grealish playing an important role in convincing the player. Real Madrid will try until there are no options, while Borussia Dortmund want to keep him for another year. So he's saying City lead the race. City lead the race. Does this come as a surprise to me? Absolutely not. Does this come as a surprise to you? Let me know. I always felt all along, for those of you who watched me for a long time now, whether it was on the H94, on the Big Six, on City Extra, you know I've always felt confident about City's chances of getting Jude Bellingham because it just seems to fit like a glove, doesn't it? A player of Bellingham's current caliber and the ceiling he can potentially hit, the prospects of working under Pep Guardiola beside De Bruyne with his old friend Haaland, clearly a good relationship with Grealish, etc. It seems like City, for me, maybe I'm being biased, you guys can let me know if you're not City fans, but it seems like City is the best place for him to hit his potential. I mean, how many midfielders has Pep Guardiola made in the course of his managerial career, or at least made them go from really good midfielders to world-class midfielders? You know, the list goes on. Xavi, Iniesta, etc., etc. Obviously, Haaland and Grealish playing a big role. We know Haaland, particularly from his time at Dortmund, was very, very close with Jude Bellingham. So whether you like it or not, there is truth to the idea that footballers do ring each other. There's no denying that Haaland would love to have Bellingham at City. So he's probably ringing up on FaceTime going, you know, Wagwan Jude, come to City, man. We need you here. We need another midfielder. We need some fresh legs. We need a good, energetic midfielder. You tick all the boxes. What are you saying? And my opinion is that Bellingham, he likes the idea of it. I think it's a no-brainer, and I think even though it says Liverpool have cooled their pursuit on Jude Bellingham, my personal opinion is, and you can form your own, is that Bellingham simply said no. I think he simply said no to Liverpool, that it's not the best place for him to go. They don't have the facilities, the capacity, the players, the structure, the infrastructure for Bellingham to reach his full potential. Whereas you look at, you know, shiny Manchester City, they simply do right now. We are a place where he can come and develop and grow and challenge for trophies, and there's no guarantee of that with Liverpool. There's no guarantee Jurgen Klopp will be there next season. No guarantee FSG will be there next season. You just don't know Liverpool. So this does not come as a surprise to me. Now, Mike Keegan from the Daily Mail, someone that we do trust. We think he's very credible. At least I do too. At least I do. You guys can let me know your thoughts. He put up a tweet way back on the 8th of November 2022 saying City and Bellingham held initial talks regarding contracts and, you know, showing interest and that kind of thing way back in November. Keegan came out tonight and he followed up with that by saying, little has happened to change that. Man City's belief is that they are in a good position to sign Jude Bellingham this summer. So nothing's changed. City still feel confident. Nothing's changed since, Liverpool became favourites, since Madrid became favourites. City the whole way through felt we can sign Jude Bellingham. And that's just the reality of it. And I think there's that air of confidence. It's almost like deja vu with Erling Haaland. We were confident the whole way through we could get Erling Haaland, even though we were told at times he wanted to go to Madrid and Madrid felt they could get the deal done. Lo and behold, he turns up at the Etihad Stadium. Now, another one, Jason Burt at the Telegraph. He says, sources have indicated that Man City will not simply stand by and allow Real Madrid to sign Jude Bellingham. Sources have indicated that Man City are prepared to pay whatever it takes to sign Jude Bellingham. Real Madrid are ready to pay €115 million as a guaranteed fee and are prepared to go as high as €150 million with add-ons. So you can take in all those numbers there that Real Madrid are prepared to pay. But the first part is what we're focusing on here. Man City are prepared to pay whatever it takes to get Jude Bellingham. It's quite clear that City are ruthless about this. They're relentless about this. It's a simple case of he is our priority. We are getting him, and we'll pay whatever it takes, as the report says. We'll pay whatever Dortmund want. Now, I have been told, not by anybody that I've read out here, that City have offered 120 million. And Dortmund have accepted it, and they gave Madrid and Liverpool an opportunity to match that and make a decision for Bellingham. But City obviously seem to be very confident, and I think this is really good news. Obviously, City identified him as someone we need. We need a new midfielder. Gundogan, not guaranteed to be here next season. Bernardo Silva, not guaranteed to be here next season. Kevin De Bruyne is no longer a young man. I'm not saying he's washed or finished. We know that. We're seeing him recently. He's excellent. But he will not be around forever. And Bellingham is someone that, in theory, we could have for 10, 12, 15 years. And under the right guidance of Pep Guardiola and the coaches and players around him, we could have a world-class, in my opinion, potentially Ballon d'Or winning, one of the greatest midfielders of all time, under the right guidance of all these pieces around him. So it doesn't come as a surprise that City are saying, let's pay the big cash for this kid. He's 19, 20, but let's pay the big cash on the basis that there's just no denying what he can achieve and how good he can be. I like this. I know it's controversial because I've seen quite a few people on Twitter saying they don't want Bellingham. He's not worth the money. Go and get McAllister. Go and get Maddison, Mason Mount, and Kovacic. And we're linked with all sorts of names. But I think if you watch Bellingham consistently, whether it's for Dortmund at Champions League level and even at Bundesliga level, and you watch him for England, there's no denying there's something really special about this kid. So does it come as a surprise that Manchester City really want him? No. I think for me, and I want you guys to give me your thoughts, all roads point towards a Hey Jude moment for Man City. It almost seems like it's meant to be. We have the song already. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. We can just replace City with Jude for when we announce him. I think he's coming. I think he's coming to Manchester City. Please let me know your thoughts. I think City are making it very clear, and I think we will know in the next 2 weeks, maybe a month. I think there'll be an announcement. Liverpool drop out of the situation. I think they were told no. I think Bellingham said, I'm sorry, maybe I would have loved to have gone there, but it's my career and I have to make the right decision. I can't go there. Madrid saying this is as high as we'll go, what we're prepared to pay. And City saying, we'll pay whatever. And we're offering the best infrastructure. Real Madrid, Ancelotti, he ain't going to be there next season. Who's coming in? You don't know. They already have Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Modric, etc. Plenty more, I'm sure. It just seems to fit like a glove for me. It just seems to fit like a glove for me, and I would love it to happen. I think the Rodri, De Bruyne, Bellingham midfield, and you see a front three then of Haaland, you can have Foden or Grealish, you can have Mahrez, maybe Bernardo if he stays. I think it's just us adding a little bit of quality, or a lot of quality obviously in Jude, but that one player to keep it turning. We don't allow ourselves, for a crisis to break out. We fix problems before they arise. We don't want to end up like Liverpool, where we're in a situation in 2-3 years where all of our players, De Bruyne, Gundo, Bernardo, they're all either too old or gone, and we never got sufficient replacements, and we have to rebuild, and that's a big process. No, we keep adding in quality. Rodri, Grealish, Haaland, Alvarez, Phillips. Over the years, you see City keep the team fresh, and future-proof it. The core of this team is very young right now, if you actually look at it. Diaz, Haaland, Alvarez, Foden, these players. Grealish isn't old. Stones, he's not old. These players, Rodri, man, they're not old. It's really good business, and it's astute business. So I can understand why City are saying, just get this one player. That's all we need. This one player with top quality. Pay the big cash. Listen, I think it's interesting, and I think it's unfolding very quickly, and I think we'll get a conclusion very quickly. So please do leave all of your thoughts down below. I'd love to know what you guys have to say. Obviously, it's a bit of a, the fans are divided over Bellingham, aren't they? Also, please, if you would, leave a like on this video. The support on my videos on the channel have been class recently. All my reviews. If you want more of these kind of videos where I just give my thoughts and read out tweets and we can have a conversation, let me know down below in the comments. Like, subscribe, share your thoughts, and I'll see you very soon with a brand new one in a bit.